Temple Grandin, Doctor of Animal Science, celebrated author and professor, was able to excel in her field despite the hurdles of autism. Her ability to succeed stemmed from passion, determination, and the teachers who helped her build on the unique strengths of her mind.
It's important to have different kinds of minds, because different kinds of minds are good at different things. Like, for example, in scientific research, what I'm good at is visualizing the methods of an experiment. Are the methods of this experiment really being done in such a way that it's not confounded? Because I can actually see the cattle or other animals in my mind. Then you need to have the mathematician kind of thinker to do the statistics. But you need to have both kinds of minds to get good projects.
It takes a variety of instructional methods to reach every student in the classroom. What works for one student may not work for another. This especially holds true for students with special needs. Oftentimes, it's necessary for teachers to amend curriculum to better suit their students' individual needs and strengths. In order to create an effective learning environment, teachers must first properly assess each student's level of understanding, getting a sense of what the students have already learned and what will be a realistic, attainable next step.
Assessment is important for all teachers, and the extent to which we use assessment to inform our instruction is the extent to which we keep improving as a teacher. And with students with special needs, that's no exception.
Assessment and curriculum for students with disabilities will help you sharpen the skills required to assess your students and create effective, individualized educational plans.
This is a course that is designed to bring together two very important components of creating an effective learning environment: the assessment of kids and planning curriculum, effective curriculum that will include children with disabilities into the mainstream of the classroom.
We're coming from an inclusion approach, so we're talking about inclusion students being in mainstream classes, but we also need to know what the areas are that the special needs students struggle with so we can provide them with the best services. Services rely on formal assessment.
The first section of the class will be spent researching and studying formal assessment instruments used in screening, diagnosing, and placing students into special education services.
Formal assessments are largely used to diagnose and place kids with special needs. The real key to assessment is the informal, the classroom level assessment that teachers do on an ongoing basis. In other words, how are kids doing? How are they doing today? How are they doing tomorrow? And how will they be doing 6 months from now?
The next portion of the class will be spent observing a specific child, tracking and noting his or her special needs. During this time, you are also expected to analyze the standardized expectations of the curriculum.
Traditionally, the curriculum is one course and assessment is another. In this particular case, our thinking is that by bringing them together, the teacher candidate will understand the role that assessment plays on a daily basis in their classroom.
There are many different kinds of minds, and all of them have their own way of learning. Understanding the needs of your students and analyzing the various challenges of their curricula will allow your students to reach their full potential. When students with disabilities are given goals geared toward their abilities, the door opens for effective education.